Young people face a lot of challenges: alcohol, drugs, the pressures of bullying on social media. Tonight, we're going to take you to a small community that rallies around its children to keep them on the right track. In this Spotlight on Youth report, meet a young man who proves that when it comes to the school you attend, bigger is not always better. Across the choppy waters of Turnagain Arm, at the mouth of Resurrection Valley, there's the little community of Hope. Population about 192, maybe. And one of Hope's best and brightest is this young man, 15-year-old Liam Bureau.
Wow, he's awesome. I've had him since I think he was a first grader when I first met him.
So, yeah, how this works, the main key in this year's competition was perfect consistency. And so every piece had to be built to function the exact same every time.
Liam has a reputation in town for being a whiz at all things engineering and technology. He built this mini catapult for a borough-wide school district engineering competition.
This year's challenge was to build a device that could propel a small rubber ball into a standard waste paper basket between 1 and 11 meters.
That's up to 36 feet away if you're not up to speed on your metric measurements, and from a random distance picked by the judges.
And so you had to be able to calibrate it at the competition with no practice shots.
Did Liam's contraption work? Just watch. And you nailed it.
Yeah. Yes, thankfully.
Liam won the competition this year, the third year in a row, against kids from the Kenai's bigger schools. Like with this gizmo he designed 2 years ago that uses only gravity power to complete multiple tasks. And last year, the challenge was to design a device that could propel itself 21 feet in a straight line and hit a coffee can, using only a mousetrap as the source of power. Liam nailed it again.
I've always enjoyed this every year because it's always a challenge to think outside of the box.
But engineering isn't his only interest. He recently was picked to shadow Governor Bill Walker for a day.
That was incredibly fascinating. It was pretty amazing to get a kind of a glimpse into his life and his day-to-day activities.
Liam is a 10th grader at the Hope School.
I have 0 fellow 10th graders. There is 1 other high schooler in the entire school.
In fact, Hope School has only 17 students, from kindergarten to 11th grade.
Good job. Nice work.
And just 1 teacher. They lost the other teacher to budget cuts.
What we do is we have everything divided into 2 classes. We have kindergarten through 5th grade, and then this is 6th grade through 11th this year.
Patty Truesdale, the kids call her Mrs. T, has been here 10 years and has seen Hope School come very close to closing because of lack of students. They need at least 10.
The first summer I was here, or 2 summers, I kept getting calls all summer saying, oh, the school's closing. You know, there's no kids coming back in the fall. Even children would be saying that. There's no kids coming back.
Nicely. And when new families move to town, usually the first question is, do you have any kids to send to the school? You might think that a teenager like Liam might feel a little shortchanged by going to a small school like this, but he doesn't see it that way.
You get to come here and you don't have the stress or the influences of a larger school, and you get to just focus on your academics.
And the expression, it takes a village, well, that's Hope, from young parents to senior citizens.
They cannot fall through a crack when there aren't any cracks. You know, that really in small communities like this. And the support is amazing.
These are my graduates. So there's Clayton and Kelsey.
And Mrs. T looks forward to adding Liam to her honor wall of graduates and the school's enviable track record.
100% graduation rate. 100%.
Which just goes to show that even in a small-town school, a bright young student like Liam Bureau always has hope of taking a shot at success. And the crowd went wild.
I love it.
Amazing shot. So,
Love that
all right,
story.
Liam did tell us that there are some trade-offs in going to a small school like the Hope School. They don't have clubs and sports teams, but the Hope School does partner with the bigger schools in the Kenai Peninsula Borough, so their older students can participate in clubs and sporting teams.
Nice.
Yeah.
It really just says something, though, like about the teachers there and the environment.
The teacher.
Yeah, the teacher.
there.
That's crazy. That's so amazing.
And it really is a community effort. They really kind of watch the kids, and the kids know that the town's kind of watching them, so they don't get into trouble and stuff like that.
I'm sure that's true.
So guess what Liam wants to do when he grows up?
I assume be an engineer.
Engineering or robotics.
Oh, there's
He's really
the-
into the robotics thing, so
Take it rain with the money there.
he's a good kid.